Hi everyone, so I know it's been a while since I filmed last. It's been a couple of weeks. There's a couple of things I want to prepare myself for. Aside from doing videos for recipes and stuff, I think I'm going to implement some other things too. There's some things and some changes that's obviously happened in my life where, you know, I've lost 125 pounds, roughly. And so I know a few of you have been like asking me, you know, what my meals look like now, what my recipes look like now. It's really kind of universal, and to me, in my opinion, it's boring, but I understand some of you may be curious to try to implement these things in your life. One of the recipes I'm going to show you today is one of those. However, before I get to that, there's going to be a couple of other things coming up. My oldest daughter, Isabella, she'll be 15 in October, and she's expressed an interest in wanting to do something that means a lot to her that I think, in my personal opinion, would help other kids in her situation. So these are not going to be recipes. I'll still keep my recipes. I'll still be putting up recipes. I'm going to try once a week. I know I've been really inconsistent with that. A couple other things that's going to happen is, along with her saying, you know, some things that maybe can help people going through some things, there's also going to be some things that I'm going to do, maybe so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. I know a few years ago I did a 30 questions video with my ex-husband. At the time, he was my current husband, and maybe I might want to update that. There's also a collaboration coming on with my friend Chris over at Food Chefs of a Chef Wannabe. Sorry, I butchered that, Chris. And along with, I think there's somebody else too. So there's going to be a bunch of things coming up. A couple of things I really need to research and prepare because I want to give you the right information. I don't want to give you kind of choppy little tidbits of information. So with that all being said, let's get into the recipe. Today's recipe is a high protein pizza. Now, I love pizza, and to be honest, this is not my 100% go-to recipe. I wish it was because I kind of like it better. Most pizza, as you know, sorry, I trailed off there for a minute. Most pizza, as you know, has like a high carbohydrate crust. And most people, it doesn't bother. For me, it does, because even though I'm about 2.5 years out from my surgery, carbohydrates are still hard for my body to digest, and this prevents that. So in here, in this bowl, I have some ground turkey breast. It's lean. I have some grated Romano cheese. I have some spices. I have onion powder. I have granulated garlic, and I have Italian seasoning with 1 egg. It's going to bind it all together. And here, this is just a regular round cake pan. You could use a pizza pan. I just wanted to use a cake pan because why not? So there's a little extra virgin olive oil in there. And if you notice my fingernails, Isabella loves doing fingernails, and she did mine last night, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm not used to the length. It's kind of weird for me. Been knocking them around. So instead of mixing this with my hands, I'm gonna use a fork, simply because I don't know how to use my hands anymore. This is the weirdest feeling I've ever had.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Isabella. And of course, this is gonna be a little difficult to mix because the center is still frozen. I can work this. Let me work this and we'll come right back, because I don't want to have you hang around and watch me try to mix this and just be dead air. So we'll be... Hi everybody. So I have the ground turkey mixed, and I have it all formed into the pan. We're just going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees until it's done, and then we'll put some toppings on it. I want to add, the first time I had this, I used ground chicken. I do not like cauliflower, so the cauliflower crusts will not work for me. I love broccoli. I like all kinds of other things in the tree-looking family. Cauliflower has never been one. They're just, no. I tried to do mashed cauliflower once, and it made me sick. I thought it was just me and the ingredients I used, so I tried it at a restaurant, and I got just as sick. So tofu is another one that doesn't work for me, and the tofu noodles are horrible. I tried to convince myself a year or two ago that I really like them, and I was trying to tell everybody how much they were just so delicious. Yeah, I was just trying to convince myself. So I think I'll just keep with, you know, the meats and stuff like that for a crust. And it works fine, and it's delicious. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to put this in the oven. When it's done, we'll be back so we can put some more fun things on it. Hi everybody, so the crust for our pizza is done. I'm just going to pour all these tomatoes on here. Now what this is just some diced tomatoes that I pureed with a handheld blender. And yes, I'm putting a lot of sauce on here because I like extra sauce on my pizza. So anyway, all this is pureed tomatoes that I just kind of took an immersion blender to. And I added some Parmesan cheese. It's Romano. And some garlic, granulated garlic, some onion powder, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. So here I have some fresh mozzarella, and I'm just going to put this around here. You know what I should do first? I have some grape tomatoes next to me. This is hot. Yeah, me and my genius ideas. Okay, so first we're going to put the tomatoes down. And you could use whatever you want to for tomatoes. And don't make fun of me, guys. I'm still trying to figure out how to use my hands. I'm not used to having these things attached to my fingers.
Oh, stop. You like them.
I do like them. They're very pretty, but not very functional. I used to have acrylics years and years ago, and then I realized I do a lot of stuff with my hands. It's just not a good idea, but, you know, whatever. So we're just kind of throwing this stuff on here. These are grape tomatoes I put on there. This is fresh mozzarella, and I love fresh mozzarella. And if you don't, well, then you can use whatever type of cheese floats your boat. And yeah, I'm probably going to use all of this. And then I have some basil that Izzy grabbed from me from my herbs this morning. This is fresh basil that we are growing. And for some reason our herbs are going crazy this year, but the vegetables are kind of taking their time. We have had some cucumbers. Why can't I talk today? And we've had some cucumbers, and tomatoes are coming about. They just need to get some red to them. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I'm going to put this all back in the oven until the cheese melts. And look how pretty that looks. I mean, that looks just really pretty. I mean, if you wanted to, you could eat it now, I guess, but I like melty cheeses. So we're gonna throw that in the oven. Really quick, I did a little research. No offense to Pam over at iHeart Saving Money, but she's gonna be the other one that we're gonna be collabing with. So in the coming weeks, you'll see that collaboration video. But in the meantime, if you want to check out Chris's channel, she's very new to YouTube, and she's been blogging for many years, longer than I have. I'll put both the links to Pam's and to Chris's videos in the bottom section. I highly recommend you check out both of theirs. Pam has some really good ideas for saving money. She has some excellent recipes, and very impressed, and I think you guys will be too. So, and also Chris is a Scentsy consultant like I used to be. I think I was the one that kind of helped her get in there because I used to be her consultant. Sorry, Chris. Anyway, okay, Izzy's telling me to hurry up, so we'll be back when this is ready. Hi everybody, we're back. This is what it looks like. Izzy was just showing you a couple of minutes ago. So before we get into this, it needs a couple of minutes to cool anyway. I just want to let you know, when you make this, the turkey, because it is lean, it's going to release a lot of water. So you're going to have to drain it as the turkey cooks before you even put the toppings on it. And then you're going to have to drain it again. So just to be warned on that. It's just because the turkey is turkey and not pizza crust. So, however, it's really good. It really is, and it's worth it. And then before I get into cutting this and having my taste tester try it, YouTube has changed things since the last time I did videos about 2 years ago, before my old computer died on me. Before you could, just subscribe to a channel and you would get all the notifications for it immediately. Well, then they changed that, and I wasn't aware of that change until I started watching some videos that I'm trying to catch up on for 2 years. So, and then they kept talking about this bell, right? Well, I look at the upper corner of the screen, I'm like, yeah, there's a bell there. I see the notifications coming down. That's not the bell. That is not the bell. So, right above where the description box is, it will tell you how many subscribers that channel has, and it will tell you if you want to subscribe or not. In between those two options, there's a little bell. That's the one you click to get the notifications. Apparently, I didn't tell people to do this that didn't know, and they're not getting the notifications when my videos are ready. And I was kind of wondering why, and now that's the reason why, because YouTube changed, and apparently I didn't. Another thing I didn't change, I guess it's kind of old school for me, but keep in mind I was without a computer for 2 years, and being able to do these videos is, you can still contact me through Mishmawshandotherthings over on Facebook. That's my fan page, and if there's anything coming up, if there's anything I feel you should know, I used to post silly things around Christmas and Thanksgiving time. I'm going to try to implement that again this year because that was a lot of fun to do. So you can talk to me over there. If you have any ideas or any questions for me, you can definitely shoot them over there. Or, just leave the comments down below. I always get back to you. So, before I ramble on even more, my youngest child, Bailey, is kind of apprehensive about doing this taste test. She's used to the traditional pizza, so we're going to see how she likes this. So let me cut into this. And again, it's not your traditional pizza. And I have so much topping. But then again, I love having a lot of sauce on my pizza. So, regardless, if it was turkey or chicken or just a regular traditional pizza, I can promise it's going to be a soupy mess because I love extra sauce on my pizza. Izzy?
Yes.
Okay, so, see, there's still some water underneath the turkey. It can't be helped. It's turkey. If you were using a traditional crust on it, it'd be one thing. But, so just keep that in mind when you make this. Okay, so it's not a perfect slice, but it's a slice nonetheless. So Bailey's going to do a little taste test. Let me get her a fork.
It's very good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it taste like pizza?
Mm-hmm. In the middle right here, it tastes like it kind of tastes like ground beef, like hamburger or tacos.
But it's not.
Yeah, no.
It's the healthier stuff. It's turkey.
I know, but when you taste it,
Does it at least taste like pizza?
it does.
That's good.
Thank you, Bailey. Okay, so I will leave links to Chris's and Pam's videos in the description bar. I will try the best I can to remember this recipe. I know it's a pound of turkey. It's about a tablespoon of each of the spices, 2 tablespoons of the Romano cheese, and then the same spices in the cheese go into the sauce as well. You don't have to use as much sauce as I did. I used a whole entire can. If you like sauce, if you don't like a lot of sauce, then you obviously don't have to do that. And you can use whatever cheeses you like and then whatever other toppings. I just thought I love caprese salad, so I thought a caprese style would work. And probably for me, I'll put a little balsamic over the top with some lettuce, and that will be my lunch. So until next time, guys, live, laugh, and love. And please don't forget to ring that bell and subscribe if you like what you see. Have a nice